So we just got a new Summit Racing forged steel crankshaft for our 305. But since we got a new crankshaft that is now down to standard, we also had to get brand new bearings. So at the end of the last video, we were torquing down our main bearing caps. So I decided we're just gonna go where we left off. Now that we got the camshaft and the crankshaft in there, it's time to put some pistons in. So before we just start slamming pistons in this thing, we have to prep the cylinders. And how I like to do that is just taking a rag and cleaning it out, getting all the dust particles or any old oil or anything. And then we're gonna put fresh oil on them just so there's not a metal-on-metal contact. All right, now is it time to put in these pistons? Not quite. We still got our bearings to do. So these bearings are just press fit in, but you do have to line up this marking with, there's a marking on the piston. All right, we got the cylinder all cleaned up and lubed, and we got our bearings in. So now is it time? Well, we got one more step. Before we go over that last step, I'm going to talk about the tools that we're gonna need. Now this is our piston hammer. This is specialized for this work, but you can just get like a wooden dowel also. Then we have two different types of piston clamps. We got the solid type, which basically in here, this part is tapered. So the further you push it down, the more it clamps down on the piston rings. Then we got our second type, which is kind of the same thing, but we got kind of a clamp tool here that this will compress the rings for us. I like this solid type better, but I don't have the right size, so we're gonna have to go with the clamp style. Now it's time to put the pistons in, and this process is really repetitive. We're just gonna dunk our piston in a tub of oil here to get all these rings lubed up. And then we're gonna put our clamp around here and tighten her up. And before we even put the piston ring in, we gotta make sure our crankshaft is actually at dead bottom center on this cylinder itself. So we're just gonna crank this over here until we see our journal at the most bottom part. We're gonna lay this in here just until it's flush, and then we're gonna give it one good hit with the hammer, and it should slide right in. And just like that. Now that we got the piston inside the engine, now we need to just take our cap and put it on and tighten it up. So now that we just got to do this process 8 more times. So we were at our last life trying to get this thing done, and yet another thing went wrong. I did not look at the part specifics, and I accidentally ordered a stroker crank. But thanks to a sponsorship from Shane's Garage, we happened to get a brand new 305, which we put all our new parts in, but he was able to have the crank and the block, so we decided to just put it all together, and this is what's been going in the Nova now. So that's gonna be it for today. If you wanna check out how we color corrected the Nova hood, that's gonna be in a video next week, and we're also gonna be posting a video about us putting in the 305 back into the Nova and see if she runs.